viewing textures in different angles. So this toggle menu. Now we are done with the knowing how to set up our workspace or opening our workspace. Now the next thing that we're going to do is understanding the tools. So understanding the tools, each tool here has a real world of tailoring purpose. For example, polygon tool. Here is the polygon tool. Let me create a new window. Let me first create a new window and then load in the aperture. Load in the aperture so that you are able to see what we are talking of. When you look at the polygon tool here, the polygon tool, it has the polygon, the rectangle, ellipse, spiral. So, and this polygon tool is our pattern paper. The polygon tool is our pattern paper, and it's used for drawing patterns, outlines, like drafting on paper. So if I click here and then I just draft, I click, then I drag it in that format, a dim already, you see it has given us a pattern paper. So that is our work of a polygon tool. Then also we have the edit pattern tool. This one, edit pattern tool, when you click on it, it has edit pattern, transform point segments, edit curve points, edit curvatures, smooth curve, and then add point, stroke, split, and it has the shortcuts of this in the keyboard. So you can either click on them or you press these shortcuts in your keyboard. Then also we have the internal line tools, which is this. So in these internal line tools, this is where we create design lines such as the dots and the pleats. Here is where we do that magic. Then also we have another one is the segment sewing tool. So the segment sewing tool are here. We have the edit sewing, they have sewing, segment sewing, we have free sewing, we have check sewing length. So, and this area here is our threaded needle, or is our needle and the thread, and it's where we sew one edge to another. Then last one in this class that I need you to understand is fold arrangement tool. So fold arrangement tool, it helps us to position pattern pieces on the aperture. This fold arrangement tool. We shall look at each tool in detail in the process as we are continuing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen some of the tools that you need to know. Now, the next thing is we are going to create our first pattern using the above examples that we have done. So I will zoom in here. Since we said it's drafting, what I will be doing from here is what is going to be reflected in this. So I choose the polygon tool, then I choose the polygon that is going to give me the pencil, and then I draw my aperture like this. I draw my pattern like this. Boom. You see, now we have got it. Then I'm going to open, I come to edit, I right click, then I unfold it. Now this is our front part of the basic skirt that we are looking at. Then now we are going to copy this, we copy it symmetric with the folding to the back. Now this one is going to be for the back. Now we take it to the back like this. So just change it so that it faces like that. Now we are finished to identify or to draft our basic we have finished to draft our basic pattern. Then we're going to use segment tool for sewing it. So we come here, you see the segment sewing, you are going to choose the segment sewing N in your keyboard. Then you're going to sew the edges like this. Then also you sew this side, the edges of this side like this. You see, what you do in 3D is being reflected in 2D. We can still do it from this side, or you can do it from this side like this. So like that. Then now you can still press here, or you press space bar to simulate this into your avatar like this. Boom, you see, it has happened. It has happened. Now you've watched how the fabric drapes to the avatar. Now in real life, this would be our two pieces fabric. One is the front and the other one is the back. As you can see, this is the back, this is the front. That would be in real life, but in 3D the computer becomes our sewing machine. Like the way you've seen, we have already sewn our clothes together. So to change fabric, just click on the pattern like this, then head over to property editor to select fabric presets like cotton or denim. So now when we come to here, you see we have fabric 1, which is cotton, or when you come here you have the trims. So what property editor, fabric mate, you can see, you come to fabric mate, then you can choose which type you want, a metal fabric. If you want metallic, you still get it. If you want metallic fabric, you still get it. And then so that's how it is done. In this, you can choose any of anything that you wish. What you need to understand in this software is different fabrics behave differently. Even in real tailoring, you know that different fabrics behave differently. So even in digital tailoring, it is the same. So try switching between cotton, satin, and denim to see the drape changes instantly. Okay, you try changing the fabric mate so that you see how the fabric drapes instantly. Are we together? So ladies and gentlemen, you have finished to see what we have been seeing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we have finished to see everything in the workspace, the next step that I want you to understand is I want you to know how to navigate and customize the workspace. First of all, we are going to look at the rotate view. How do you rotate the view of this? Here we are using a 3 mouse click, which is the left click, the scroll or the wheel, and the right click. So to scroll or to rotate the view of this, just hold on right click of your mouse, and then you drag it in the way that you want. Drag it. In case if you are doing the dragging and you misplace, you don't know how to come back and you want to come back to where you were, please don't worry, just do this. Right click on empty or in the workspace here, then you choose any of this. So if I want it to face the front, I click front, or you click 2 in your keyboard, then it will go back to the normal. Then if you want it to face behind, because if you drag you cannot get the real behind, the only thing that you do is you right click on this free space, then click on back. If you want it to be viewed from the side, like the same. If you want it to be viewed from the top, like that. If you want it to be viewed from the bottom, like that. If you want it to be viewed from any, this is where you choose those settings here. From here you go. Then right now we want to return it back to be viewed from the front, so like this. Then this car rotate only applies to 3D window. It is not applicable to a 2D window. Then another thing that we need to see is the zoom. How do you zoom something in and out? So we use the scroll. You are using the mouse, so you use the scroll, the mouse wheel here, the scroll mouse wheel, then you zoom out, you're zooming out like that, then zooming in, we zoom it in like this. So using the scroll wheel, just play along with the scroll wheel, you will get familiar with what we are doing. So that is the zoom in 3D window. So in the 2D window it's the same. So that means the wheel, the scroll wheel, does the same both in the 2D and the 3D window. So if we zoom in like this, scroll wheel, scroll wheel, scroll wheel, scroll wheel, then in the 2D window, like the way we did in the 3D window, if you misplace your patterns and you don't know where they are, just right click on this free space, then come at the bottom here, and then you say zoom extends all like this. It will come back to the default settings that you were in at first. Then to pan, that means to move it like this, you hold your middle, you hold your middle mouse button, you hold your middle mouse button, that is scroll mouse button, you hold it and you start panning it in this format. Also the same panning in 2D window is done the same format. You can pan it using by holding your middle mouse button, that's the scroll one. Now ladies and gentlemen, that's all what we have had there. And then customization, how do you customize? For example, changing the background. Let us go back to 3D. This one is only applicable to 3D. So changing the background, you just need to change the visibility. You see now the background is in this format, but you don't want that, you want it in different format. So you just right click, then in free space, then you choose, come here, format 3D background, then boom, it will drop up, it will pop up this menu where when you choose the solid, it will be like that, solid. And then from solid, that's when you go and choose color of your choice. You choose color of your choice in solid. So let me say I want a blue, this color background. I click done, boom, you see it takes it in that height. Maybe I want it in a default format. You come here, or you have a picture, or you have the image in your computer, just come at this button, then you click, it will take you to the computer and navigate to the folders that you want, or the images that you want to be brought. So for example, I want to bring, which image should I bring? I want to bring this TOPTS girl as my background. You see, I click OK. So already that's what I have. So if I want to extend this so that you're able to see this TOPTS girl, I hold my middle button end of the mouse, that's the scroll, then I hover it like this, or I pan it like this, extend it to the side or the side, so the image remains instant. You're getting it? You're seeing how we are doing it? So that is how everything is done. Let us return it back to our default background settings, of which I do reset. Press enter, bring back, then I view all the windows simultaneously. So ladies and gentlemen, and then also how do you adjust aperture poses and garment arrangements? So aperture, how do you adjust aperture poses? So adjusting aperture poses, you saw this that vertical, this vertical toggle menu on the right hand corner, on the left hand corner of your screen. You just have to select, come to aperture display, then when you click on this where show x-rays and joints, it helps us to adjust aperture pose and it is garments. So when I click on it, I want to make my aperture raise the hand, aperture, that aperture raise the hand, Avacha raises the hand. Avacha bring the hands, cross your hands. Avacha crosses the hands. So let us see what crossing the hands. So we have crossed her hands in that format. So that is inhuman. How it's not good to make the hands be like that. Then also you can still customize your tool menu on the left side or on the right or wherever you want it to be. For example, if I come to settings here, I hover to user settings, it will drop down this settings, so I can still go ahead and choose which one do I want. Do I want my things units to be user interface? Come to user interface, then I choose on top or on the side. So like the 3D toolbar, let me put it at the bottom. Then a 2D toolbar, let me put it on the left. Then the inches, you can still change the units from here according to how you want it to be done. The font, everything is done from here, the font that you want. The internal line colors and everything are done from here. And then when I click OK, when I click close, everything is taken to where it belonged. So you remember I displayed this today, right? I mean it to the bottom. This one I placed it on the left. Now you see how everything is changed. But if you still want all of them to be on the top, just come to your settings, user, then wait, it gives you that, then come to user interface. User interface, you return them top. I put this one top. Then the group, I click or close. Boom, it goes back to where I want it to be. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what we had for you today. And what I need you to know is getting comfortable with navigating or with the navigations in 3D will make your workflow faster. Okay, it's just like knowing where your tailor's tape measure or chalk or tailor's scissors always sit. I know you know where they always sit, so that's what we also need to get familiar with in this journey of our 3D digital fashion design. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, and that is now it for episode 2, your first steps in CLO 3D. Today, I know you have learned how to move around the interface, use basic tools, and simulate your first pattern. In our next episode, we will design a basic dress in CLO 3D, and we shall see how we are drafting, sewing, and texturing it in a step-by-step format. So ladies and gentlemen, before we hang or before we end this, please, have you liked it? Have you liked this? Have you subscribed? If you haven't, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other designers and tailors stroke seamstresses. Please let us share this to make this channel grow. And my target, I want us to reach 10,000 subscribers. I would be happy if we make 10,000 subscribers. At TOPTS Tailoring Studio, we promise we are going to sew dreams into digital reality. Okay, that's what I had for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I see you in episode 3 as we will be drafting our first garment. Thank you so much for watching and viewing. Bye bye. Shalom. May the Almighty God bless you all.